Okay, so back with another, I'm explaining my day wrong. Right, so back with another reading. I've just done one for Canada there and it came out pretty positive. So I'm going to do one for Ireland, because Ireland, well done, use it, well, I think it's Ballymurray, oh I can't remember, I don't want to think with the name. But the people of Ireland are standing up to the fighting age migrants. Let's call a spade here. They're no refugees. Young fighting age men coming in to the UK in their droves. And now they're going to, if they're not near you, they will be soon. They will be soon. We need out of the UN as quickly as possible, because I'm sure this is coming from the UN. I can't prove it, but I've got a feeling. Okay, so Ireland, well done to those who are standing up in Ireland. Those of you who are standing up in Ireland, absolutely fantastic. Okay, to let you understand, migrants in the UK are getting housed in hotels while our people, veterans and everything, are lying on the ground and the shopping centres, and we're housing migrants and paying for them. So no, people are not happy with it, okay, no. So let's see what's going on in Ireland. What's going on in Ireland? Not just necessarily with the, you know, the fighting age men. Let's call a blinking spade here. Not just the fighting age men, okay? Just in Ireland in general. Ireland in general. The European Union needs to go as well, okay? So, definitely, wow, that was the exact same card that came out for Canada. The exact same card in the exact same place. The information is imminent, it's overflowing, and it's coming. It's coming out. It's coming out. Right. Ireland, the people of Ireland have been working on this for a long time. Working and getting your fellow citizens to see what on earth has been going on. This isn't even, this has been on for a long time, because people in Ireland found, you know, like they could see what was going on, even with the European Union, could see where the wealth was going, because it wasn't coming to the people of Ireland. Ireland is very close to my heart because I've got Irish roots, so it's very close to my heart. And I always keep an eye on what's going on in Ireland. I might be Scottish, I might be born in Scotland, but my grandparents on both sides, my father and my mother, my grandparents, they're all Irish, so yes, I would class myself more Irish than I'm Scottish. Ireland, it's going to come full circle. It's going to come full circle. You freed your country, well, I'm talking about the Republic of Ireland, I'm talking about the island of Ireland. You freed your country once before and you will do it again. You will do it again because it's inbred in you. It's inbred. Yes, definitely. You will free this country, you will free yourself. And I feel as if Northern Ireland is going to join forces, maybe not reunite totally, but they'll join forces to get these imposters, let's call a spade here, these imposters out your country. That's what he's going to do. I feel as if somebody walks away. I feel as if this is government. Government walks away, not my problem. Well, it is, because the people, the government who's washed their hands and said, oh, it's nothing we can do, they've got a big problem now, because the people are starting to, and it'll only grow, it'll only grow. Shining the lights, shining the lights. I feel as if bringing boatloads and boatloads of fighting age men has instilled the fight that is always within Ireland and within the Irish. And I don't mean that in a derogatory way, I just mean as if they fight for their country, they fight for their rights, they fight for their culture, they fight. Everything's moving in the right direction. okay, it's moving in the right direction, and it's only going to get stronger and stronger and stronger this year. I've in one of my predictions, I think it might have been 2020, I seen an avalanche, and I thought it was an avalanche. I thought it was, because I kept saying this avalanche, and there was avalanches happened, and I kept seeing it in my crystal ball. But I now know that the avalanche is the avalanche of information. There's going to be a big avalanche of information coming out. It's coming out just now, but it will start coming out. I feel as if people in Ireland are going to start going after the media and saying, you start telling us what's going on, or get the hell out. I feel as if those who were revered, all those, you know, highly paid journalists, presenters, there's not going to be a place for them to go and say, you know, they're not going to be able to say, I didn't know. Because people, if the people know, they know. And it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, but the mainstream media in Ireland are either going to have to get with the programme. I don't mean the hierarchy, I mean the journalists that want to keep their jobs. They're going to have to decide, are you siding with the people, or are you siding with those who want to do Ireland harm? Because we all know what happened to them, you know. Some people who were calling out their colleagues, calling out their friends, calling out their families, saying that they were, you know, the conspiracy, you know, they're all feeling a bit guilty because they think they were right. They were right. Some will never admit, some won't admit that you were right. Yes, definitely gratitude there. Grateful, grateful. I feel as if this is, I spoke about the journalists and the sleek it. That's a good Scottish word, sleek it, right? The sleek it, I used to call them sleek it slimy toads, right? But that's an insult to toads. The sleekiness of the mainstream media, they're going to come slinking around saying, well, what can we do? How, you know, it's, oh, we need to report this and we need to report that. I feel as if there's some good journalists who were trying to do that, but they were shouted down and told, if you want to keep your job, you'll keep your mouth shut. And that's what they've done. So they're on the wrong side of history, where they should have been, no, we're going to report this. They're on the wrong side of history. The wrong side. Oops. Right, people in Ireland are using their instinct. I feel as if people in Ireland do use their instinct a lot. If it doesn't feel right, and it's not sitting right with them, they'll get to the bottom of it. They'll get to the bottom of it, and then when they find out what their government's done, there's no telling, there's no getting away. There's no getting away. Yep, definitely. The information is going to come out, like, people are going to be passionate about it, passionate about saving Ireland, saving their fellow citizens, saving their way of life, saving their culture. Saving their culture. It's not in vain. It's not in vain, that's what I'm hearing. Some people, yeah, some people it was. Okay, I take that back a bit. It's not in vain, but some people, it was their vanity that got in the way. It's their vanity that got in the way. They're look at me and look how well I'm doing and look how great my business is, until they've not got it. Until they've not got it. Right, they're going to try and infiltrate, right, because that's what they do, you know, the crazies, as I call them, the absolute crazies. They're going to try and infiltrate, they're going to try and trick people into believing that everything's fine, they're on top of it. This is the government, you know, they're on top of it, everything's fine. They're going to get that out to the mainstream media, oh, everything's fine, and they've got a solution. They've not got a solution. They cannot possibly have a solution when they're part of the problem. No. It's to shut you up, tell you to get back into your house and shut the door and shut up. No. This is Ireland we're talking about. There's no way the people of Ireland will shut up. definitely. Don't look at one person in particular, okay? Don't have one person being the kingmaker. Don't not everybody. You know, everybody take a turn. Everybody take a turn. Yep, definitely. Look, see, everybody take a turn. That way they can't pick you off. See, look, there's three men have come out, right? And it's females as well, right? So don't be the kingmaker. Everybody's equal. That's what I'm hearing. Everybody's equal. All right. Definitely. New journey for Ireland. New journey. Seeking information. That's what I'm hearing. Seeking information. Once they get the information, they're out. They're out. It's going to be a new way of doing things. It's a new way of doing things in Ireland coming. I feel as if whoever's in Ireland's going to get dissolved. It's going to get dissolved. You know, because they're not what they profess to be. It's the same with the SNP here. They're not what they profess to be. Same with the Tories. Well, the Tories aren't what they profess to be. They're just absolute scum. Starmer, not what they profess to be. Canada, the governments aren't what they profess to be. They're not there for the people, but we all know that. Wow, do you know what I'm saying? Castles are coming down. I feel as if that's... Now, I know the Republic of Ireland haven't got the Queen. Well, they've just got the Queen, because they've not got the monarchy. But part of Ireland has. And I feel as if there's going to be a great big shift. And, I mean, I think the Republic of Ireland have got somebody that's a premier. It puts me in mind of it. And I don't mean this in a derogatory way. But it puts me in mind, if he is still the premier, it puts me in mind of a leprechaun. A leprechaun. That's what it puts me in mind of. And I don't mean that in a derogatory way, but that's what it puts me in mind of. I feel as if he's got Ireland in his hat. I do feel that, and I feel as if his hands were tied. There's something going to come out about him, and you've not to believe it. You've not to believe it. Right. The old ways are crumbling. I feel as if Ireland's going to start kind of, you know, talking about coming out of the European Union. I feel as if I'm going to do a reading on the European Union, because I feel as if the European Union is going to collapse. So it's looking. I mean, I know it looks bleak just now. For Ireland, but overall, there's not really any negative. Unless they're scared us, but there's no negative reading in this. There's nothing negative in the reading, except for the trick, except for watching out for people tricking you. Right, your commitment's being tested. Your commitment and how you perceive your country. And Ireland, the people of Ireland love their country. I mean, I'm kind of half. Well, I would say I'm kind of 3/4 Irish, and I love the country. I mean, I went to Ireland, and it was like going home for me, because I had, you know, like I think my father's, you know, they came from Sligo, I think it was, but you know, there was Belfast, Sligo, and Armagh. That kind of, but there was Southern Ireland as well, through my mother's side, that I need to kind of research a wee bit more into, but it was like going home for me. You know, like coming home, you know, like so maybe, and it was the first time I'd ever been to Ireland, but it was like going home. It was like going home for me, you know. So I think possibly my Irish roots, even although I had never been in Ireland, I've not been born in it, but Scotland is my home, and I love Scotland, don't get me wrong, but there's just something about Ireland that draws me to it as well. So overall, yes, everything's heading in the right direction. I feel as if more and more people are going to come out and say enough's enough. I feel as if the catalyst for Ireland has been let's call a spade here. Migrants, my arse. These are fighting aged men that are being brought in. And you know, the government, no, we all know what the government's doing. They're bringing them in my opinion. They're bringing them in. I'll do one for the migrants as well, because the fighting age migrants, because I feel as if they're not migrants at all.